captain and Billings was really important for us. You know, a bit lucky, I suppose, to get over the line with the last ball, but a good partnership by them too. I probably could have got back for 2, would have been close, but then I was thinking it didn't make a difference really, because we needed 7 to win. It wouldn't, if I'd not got back, we'd have still needed 6. So it wouldn't have made much difference in terms of what we needed off the last ball. So I was then tried to make the split decision that, you know, my partner had only just come in and faced 1 ball. I'd faced a few. You know, it's a little bit of potluck. You know, it could have been either of us, but I felt like I'd take responsibility and give it a chance, and thankfully it worked.
Gold's Gym across 30+ countries. With over 700+ locations worldwide. Train anywhere, belong everywhere.
No, look, it's exciting. I think whenever you win a game of cricket with a 6 off the last ball, it's something which I've never done before. So I've been in that moment before where you have to try and hit for 6 and haven't been able to do it. So to get one over the line is something I'll remember. And obviously with it being my first match in BPL as well for this team, is, you know, makes it a little bit more special. I was expecting a slower one. I was expecting a cutter, so I was set up for that. And then, you know, when the ball comes quicker, you just react, and yeah, reactions took over. A little bit of movement with the new ball, a bit of bounce, a bit of carry. There was a bit of swing, so it was quite nice to bowl on. I don't think the batters would want to bat on that every day, but I think occasionally a game like that is good. You know, you don't always want it to be 110 versus 110, but at the same time, there was a bit in it for everyone, a bit for the spin, a bit for the seam, and the guys that got in batted reasonably well. So you don't want to play on that pitch every time, but I think occasionally it's pretty good. Moeen's an experienced player. I was backing Moeen to you know, we were 1 hit away, and if there's anyone you want at the end to be 1 hit away, it would be Moeen. You know, he's a great 6 hitter. But the pitch was hard, and to be fair to Ashraf, he bowled a really good over. Was bowling real slow and cutters wide outside Moeen's arc, and bowled really well. And he was just struggling to hit them because they were bouncing and gripping. So yeah, I mean, I was just trying to, in between balls, I was talking to Mo, just saying, you know, keep trying to hit straight. We're 1 hit away, keep watching the ball, next one. That's sort of conversation. You know, unfortunately it didn't work, but as I said, if there was anyone I wanted at the end to be in that position, it would be Moeen. You do feel like a game is slipping away from you a little bit, but whenever you only need a hit, you know, whether it be 6 or 4 or whatever it is, I think I always try and put myself in the bowler's shoes, and you're always under pressure to defend the game and to win the game for your team, and it's always a tough moment to bowl 6 amazing deliveries, you know. So you try and put yourself in the bowler's shoes and realise that he's under pressure as well. So you felt like the game was slipping away, but the fact that we were always only 1 hit away gives you confidence. You know, and have too much complacency. I think you've got to be careful of that creeping in. Obviously, we've got another game now in 24 hours' time, which we'll have to get back, recover, you know, and think about, find out who we're likely to be playing, and then look at the, you know, their weaknesses, their strengths, where we can perform well. And I think that's the most important thing in cricket, you know, regardless of the format. Once a game is gone, it's gone, and, you know, everyone starts on 0 next game, whether it be batting or bowling. And you know, you've got to turn up the next day and put in another good performance. So that will be the message from the coaches and from the players, to just stay level, stay in the moment, focus on who we're playing next. This game's gone. No, so I tried to think where I would bowl in that moment. You know, as a bowler, that's what you try and do. You try and think about where you would bowl. And generally, if you need 6 to win, a wide Yorker is a really good ball because it's a hard ball to hit for 6. Obviously, you need to execute the delivery. But then also on that pitch, the slower ones were the hardest to hit, and Fahim had bowled 5 slower balls, cutters. So I was expecting the cutter. I set for the cutter, and then when it was pace on,